Do the stars you look at today still exist? When you look at the sky at night, it seems eternal and unchanging, but our human limitations color our minds. We have much shorter lifespans than the stars. Stars are much like us. They are born, they live, and they die. Some fade away, some explode, but in the end, they are mortal. When you look at the stars, you are looking into the past. Many of the stars we see have already died. It's not too hard to understand. At 300,000 kilometers a second, it takes light more than 8 minutes to reach Earth from the Sun, which is 150 million kilometers away and the closest star to us. Welcome to Brainbender Solarium. Join us as we travel through space and explore the question of whether the stars we look at today still exist. You can never see all the sky at once because, of course, the Earth gets in the way. But there are still about 5,000 stars visible from the surface of the Earth. Of course, some dots in the sky aren't stars. Many artificial satellites are visible from Earth, as well as Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus. These are occasionally visible to the naked eye, along with the Andromeda Galaxy and the much dimmer M81 Galaxy. How many stars are there in our galaxy? More than 200 million stars are hanging out within our universe. Of course, it's impossible to count them all. There are so many that when we point telescopes at dense areas of the Milky Way, there's a solid mass of stars that we can't see beyond. And unless we leave our galactic neighborhood, we'll never be able to see any further. So, 200 million is a low-end estimation. By measuring how fast the galaxy spins, i.e. the gravitational effect it exerts upon itself with dark matter subtracted, scientists can figure out the Milky Way's rough mass. This calculation has provided estimates of up to 400 million stars. Because we can only see 2 galaxies with our unaided eyes, the observable universe has many galaxies. We don't know how many, but estimates range from 100 billion to 1 trillion in the Milky Way, which is not considered an enormous galaxy. There are so many galaxies that when NASA pointed the Hubble Space Telescope at a tiny bit of dark sky and left the shutter open for a couple of days, the resulting photograph contained thousands of pinprick spirals and streaks, each one showing a different galaxy. The photograph gives us an estimate of up to 1 septillion stars. According to Carl Sagan, the number of stars is greater than the number of all the grains of sand on all the beaches on Earth. And the observable universe is just the areas of the universe that we can see, where the light produced has had time to travel to our eyes. Beyond that, there are no doubt more galaxies. Do these huge numbers of stars that we see daily still exist? Are they still alive? Light moves at around 300,000 kilometers a second, which is extremely fast. Stars are very far away. Even the light from the nearest stars takes years to get to us. The brightest star in the sky is Sirius, located in the Canis Major constellation. It's just 8.6 light years away. That means that if you crashed a whole bunch of spaceships into this star tomorrow, we wouldn't see it happen on Earth for nearly a decade. Among the most distant visible stars is Deneb, located in the Cygnus constellation, which is about 3,000 light years away. The light we see from Deneb began its journey towards us before ancient Rome was even on the map. It seems like a long time, but a few thousand years is insignificant compared to a normal star's lifespan, which is billions of years. So, barring its removal for an interstellar bypass, Deneb is probably still there. Some stars could erupt soon, such as the red giant star Betelgeuse in the Orion constellation. It's 650 light years away. It could have blown up years ago, but because of its distance, we'll be unaware of this fact for several more years. Several galaxies are visible with the naked eye, like Andromeda, which is about 2.5 million light years away. Considering that Andromeda has between 200 and 400 billion stars, it is probable that some of them have exploded in the last 2.5 million years. But most of them are still there, sparkling away. So yes, you can look up at the night sky and see a dead star. But most of the stars you see are active main sequence stars, and they're going to be there for quite some time. Telescopes allow us to look far deeper into space, billions of light years away. Considering that a star like our Sun has a lifespan of about 10 billion years, several stars, the distant galaxies we observe, have long died. But we're not going to run out of stars. Because of their distance, many new stars have been born and we can't see them yet. Smaller stars live longer than larger stars, and red dwarf stars live for billions of years. Using the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, we can see that the most distant galaxies are around 13 billion years old, and the smallest stars in those galaxies are still shining. Dead or alive, we will be able to see twinkling stars in the sky for years to come. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when we post new content exploring the mysteries of space. Also, feel free to check out the videos you see on the screen now. We'll see you next time, here on Solarium. Thanks for joining us. We hope you found this video interesting. If so, take a look at some of our other videos you see on the screen now. Also, ring that bell to keep up with new content that we publish weekly. We'll see you next time, here on Solarium.